All right, guys, we're here with Steven Navarro, about a week out from his pro debut. Steven, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm just excited to be here.
Talking about your pro debut, obviously you're a week away. What's been going through your mind?
My pro debut has been highly anticipated. So many people have been asking me when this day will come, and it's here. So I'm just excited to show the world what I'm capable of doing, and this is a perfect place to do it. Perfect platform. Under an amazing friend of mine, and I'm just excited, anxious.
Obviously, a lot of people have seen you in the amateurs. Amateur style is very different than the pro style. What can fans expect? How would you describe what your style is going to look like going into the pros?
You know what? I'm a fighter who likes to adjust. You can just expect a lot of adjustments. Someone who's continuously learning in and outside the ring. So just expect a fabulous show and a lot of progress. That's all I can say, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you're starting at super flyweight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, talk to me a little bit about super flyweight. I mean, it's a historically deep division. There's a lot of great names who have come out of there. What excites you about this division?
You know what? I've seen a lot of amazing fighters come out of this weight division, and it's just a matter of accomplishing multiple weights as a champion. And that's a goal that I've been having since a kid, and this is the way I decided to start at. I grew up watching Mano Pais, Chicanito, and I believe that's the way Chicanito started it, and this is something I love to do as well, follow their footsteps, but in a bit more flashy style, so yeah.
Talking about super flyweights, obviously, historically, like we said, there's been a lot of big names. In these last couple of years, you got the Estradas, you got Chocolatitos, you got Sor Rungvisais, right? But they're all getting a little bit older, right?
Yes,
maybe fading out. Seems like super flyweights looking for their next star. Why do you think, obviously it's still early, but why do you think, because I'm sure you think it, that you are the next star at super flyweight?
It's the mindset I've been blessed with. I've been able to just be a sponge, soak in everything, and try to just implement everything that I've learned from every fighter. I've said in past interviews that I've been in the ring with amazing names, fighters, world champions, and I've just been able to embrace it all, and I'm going to showcase it inside the ring. So I'm excited to show that new chapter, that new page, and introduce it to the world. Sir.
Stepping aside from yourself for a sec, I wanted to get your thoughts just as a fighter. In your division, there's an interesting fight that's been announced. Actually, Matchroom won, I believe. Estrada, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada against Bam Rodriguez. What are your thoughts on that fight?
So they're both amazing fighters, very strong, big heart, and I just think one of them has a higher skill set, and it's going to be an electric fight. I think everybody's going to be looking forward to watching. I'm for sure going to be looking forward to that. I've been in the ring with one of them, and yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Talking of your pro debut, you're going to be debuting in Las Vegas. I mean, not a lot of people get to showcase their skills first time ever in arguably the mecca of boxing in that city in Las Vegas. What's it mean to you to be fighting in Las Vegas and on such a good card like this one?
You know what? It's a blessing. It really is. I'm fighting under my boy Diego Pacheco. We started training at a young age, so I'm just blessed. It's a perfect platform to showcase my talent, but my main focus is just handling business inside the ring. Everything else, I try not to pay too much mind on. At the end of the day, it's going to be me and my opponent inside the ring. It doesn't matter where it's at, but that's what I'm focusing on.
Talk to me about your friendship with Pacheco a little bit. I mean, you are from South Central, General.
Yes,
I know he's from Inglewood.
Yes, sir.
What's that relationship been between you and him?
Growing...
What's the advice that he's been giving you maybe also?
Yes, sir. Growing up, hanging out with Pacheco is like having a big brother, Seeing how far he's been able to excel, it just pushed me and, allowed me to see what type of limits or limits that we wouldn't have, Coming from the streets that we come from, it could be hard, You got to deal with life, and just to be able to overcome that and excel as far as he does, it's just amazing. And it supports me and it motivates me. So shout out to him. He knows I'm supporting him, and I like to, open an amazing night for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing thing to have somebody like that who's been in the game, and obviously you're going to get that experience, and maybe one day, God willing, you'll be able to pass that down to somebody else.
Yes, sir. God willing, I'll be able to steal the knife from him, though. There's nothing but love, bro.
Well, that's a healthy competition to have. Obviously, like we said, you're fighting in Las Vegas. Get a little bit ahead of ourselves here, but what's a dream venue for you? I mean, I'm sure you've dreamt of the big venues, different cities. If you could pick one, what's that dream venue for you to fight in one day?
Azteca Arena. I remember my father showed me a highlight of Julio Cesar Chavez fighting there, and I'd love to sell that out. Having my Hispanic people there would be amazing. Yes, sir.
Now, I know obviously this fight is with Matchroom. How did the process go in terms, were you able to speak to other promoters? How did this come about with Matchroom?
We were able to talk to multiple promoters. The first time a promoter has showed some type of interest when I was 16 years young. So we've been able to talk to a couple of them, but at the moment it was what made the most sense, and we stuck with it. And my team that's behind me, I trust them, and it was the best decision for all of us.
Were you able to have some one-on-one conversation with Eddie?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first time I met him was in New York. Very tall dude, 6'5",
yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. But real nice dude, smart, and an amazing brain to pick at. Yes, sir.
And obviously, if you can answer this, great. If not, no worries. In terms of the details of this fight, is this just a one-fight deal, or is it maybe something long-term you're working with Matchroom, or still open to others? You
know what? I'm always open, but I'm willing to work with whoever. Like I said, it depends on what my team has planned for me, and they tell me to jump, and I ask how high. So it depends on that, yes, sir.
Now, I'm sure you've thought about it a little bit, but any hints? I don't want to give away all the secrets, but any hints you can give us towards what that ring walk song or what that ring walk's going to look like for the first time?
Well, I'm Mexican American, so I'll tell you that it's a Spanish song. It's an old school Spanish song, and just be ready to be, hyped up for it. Yes, sir.
And similar to the venue one, if you could eventually, I'm sure you'll get there.
Yes, sir.
Who's that dream walkout? That artist? What's the song? What's that dream walkout look like?
It was Pedro Infante, but he passed away. But maybe a remix with maybe one of upcoming rappers. Mac 10 would have been something cool. I'm coming out of Inglewood. He's a big artist coming out of Inglewood. I love Kanye West, his old music, so that would be awesome as well. So it just varies on where it's at and how I'm feeling for that fight.
I got to connect with Kanye, so maybe
okay.
Maybe one day we'll figure that one out. But
yes, sir.
In terms, obviously first fight, but in terms of activity, I see a lot of fighters, even the young ones, they only want to fight a couple times a year. I've talked to some others who want to fight 6 times a year. That seems like more of an old school mentality. It's something dying a little bit. But for you, what does activity look like for you for the rest of the year? How many fights do you want to do?
You know what? I believe a fighter should be very much active. Especially one that's barely starting as a pro. So I'm planning on staying active. It also matters on the amount of rounds I'm fighting, but I do plan on staying active. I do believe in living in uncomfort. So yeah, you expect that from me.
And obviously this first one's at super flyweight, still growing into your body and all that, but if you could forecast in advance, how high do you think you can go in terms of divisions?
God willing, I would like to hit the 140s towards the end of my career. The doctor says I can still grow, so I'm praying on that as well. But yeah, I think towards the end of my career, hopefully I hit 140.
Doctor told me that too, but he lied, clearly.
Right.
There's a lot of people who have seen you in the amateurs. Obviously, you're fairly new in the pros, naturally. For those who have seen you and those who maybe are going to become your fans now, once they see you, what can they expect from you in this pro debut?
You can expect, I'm just, like I said, I'm a kid that's learning, but I tend to make adjustments throughout my career. And I'm just a kid who has been able to overcome the streets and just excel in an amazing sport and showcase the blessings that I've been blessed with. And yeah, that's all I am, sir. Anybody can do it.
And for those, again, who maybe don't know you, describe Steven Navarro in a couple words.
A couple words? Man, I think I need more than a couple.
Go for it.
But well-grounded. I'd like to say humble, but I let other people say that if possible. Driven, blessed, and versatile. Sir.
All good characteristics. Well, Steven, obviously we wish you luck in your pro debut, and obviously we're all going to be looking forward to it and rooting for you.
Yes, sir. God bless you, man. Thank you.